Hi, I'm JP, the Gallifreyan Gunner, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Smith & Wesson SD9VE 9mm pistol, this one, the Canadian version. Recently, I just put the 1000th round through this pistol, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to take a look at some of the features of the SD9VE, some of the pros and cons, and how it's held up over these 1000 rounds. The SD9VE is not a new pistol. It's been around since 2012. And at $450 Canadian, it's considered a budget pistol. But believe me, $450 gets you a lot. Black polymer frame, stainless steel slide barrel, all well manufactured. Very reminiscent of the Glock 17. As a matter of fact, so reminiscent that Glock sued Smith & Wesson and have to pay a royalty every time they produce one. The Canadian pistol can be identified by 4 1/4 inch or 108mm barrel, as well as having the 2 magazines that come with it pinned at 10 rounds each. As I said before, the SD9VE is very reminiscent of a Glock. Metal slide, black polymer frame. The takedown tabs, very similar. The overall feel, very comfortable in the hand. Small section of rail, if you want to put any accessories on there. The so-called self-defense trigger. This being a striker-fired pistol with this self-defense trigger. The trigger itself, very long trigger pull, and when you first get it, very heavy. I found after 1000 rounds that it's smoothed out considerably, a lot lighter than when I first got it. Some people replace the triggers with an apex trigger. I am perfectly happy with what I have. The sights, very easy to see. White dots, very easy to index. Mag release, very easy to find, very comfortable. And as I said before, magazines come out very easily. To disassemble, just double check, make sure that it is clear. Safe direction for the trigger. Pull back the slide. Pull down the tabs. Slide comes off. Black polymer frame with metal inserts, including for where the slide runs. Stainless steel slide with a captive spring, just like a Glock. Very similar profile of the barrel. The slide itself, very well machined. No tool marks. As you can see, after 1000 rounds, there's been a little bit of wear, but still runs like a dream. Disassemble. Too easy. As for the pros and cons of the SD9VE, obviously the biggest pro is the price. At $450, it can't be beat, especially with the Glock 17 running about $820 Canadian at this point. The stainless steel, very easy to maintain. It's a very accurate pistol. I have no problem doing very tight groupings, regardless of the ammo. I've put aluminum cased ammo through this. I've put cheap stuff, expensive stuff, different bullet weights, everything. It runs flawlessly. It's accurate. Never had a single hiccup with it. No misfires, no stovepiping, nothing. Couldn't be happier. However, some of the cons. In disassembly, the tabs that you need to pull down to take the slide off, not exactly the easiest to manipulate. They're very small. They're very close to the frame. If you have clip nails, forget it. The sights themselves, even though very easy to see, these bright white dots, they're not actually indented. the paint is just sitting on top of the plastic, so I'm afraid it would probably rub off fairly easily. And I'm not sure if it's just my pistol, but I found out of the box that the rear sight was actually very easy to move with my fingers. So trying to zero it in was very difficult because every time the slide cycled, the rear sight would move. Since I put a little wedge underneath there just to keep it in place. My plan is to replace these anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. But again, all in all, a bargain for the price. The SD9VE is fantastic value for money. Whether it's your first pistol or one that you use all the time, $450 can't be beat. It eats any ammo you put in it, very easy to maintain, and myself, I'm completely happy with it. So that's it, my first video on YouTube. If you'd like to like and subscribe, I'll have more content out as soon as I can. Thank you.